Tax season is officially here. That means a lot of you are gathering up your W-2s and combing through receipts to find any and all tax breaks.
But this year could be more complicated because of those child tax credits. The IRS is reminding parents who collected early they are still due the other half. To help with that, the federal government launched a revamped website earlier this week to help people who are eligible to claim the second half of their payment.
Texas Today's Barry Roy sat down with the local tax attorney, and Barry, he says a lot of people will need to file returns because of the child tax credit, even if they haven't done so in the past.
Yeah, that is correct. They're going to have to file the tax return. Even if that is not something that you normally do, you will certainly have to do that in order to get that second half of that child tax credit that the government is even saying you are due. So that is very important to note. That is what Jeffrey Thigpen told me during my sit-down interview with him just the other day in terms of how parents should navigate the child tax credit. Now, if you do remember, the child tax credit was part of the American Rescue Plan that was passed in March of 2021, so almost a full calendar year ago. That plan increased the annual child tax credit to $3,600 for children under age 6 and $3,000 for kids 6 to 17 years old. From July until December, eligible Americans were allowed to receive up to half the money in the form of monthly payments. Since the payments began, the IRS has issued nearly $93 billion to millions of families. As part of the American Rescue Plan for eligible children at the lower age range, parents who took all the monthly payments could still get the other half at tax time. Thigpen says now, maybe more than ever before, it might be a good idea to have someone help you navigate the waters of getting what you deserve.
The complexities of the tax code continue to increase. They don't ever make it simpler, even though they've talked about being able to file on a postcard. That hasn't happened yet. They keep adding new laws and new intricacies to the tax code. So I think it's well worth your money to hire a professional that keeps abreast of those changes that can help you prepare your return.
Now, I also asked Thigpen why it's not as simple as a standard 1040-EZ form anymore. He says the government uses the IRS to get money into the hands of Americans, and given the COVID relief payments and the child tax credits paid out over the course of the past year, he says it's just inevitable that filing our taxes will be more challenging during this unprecedented time in our nation's history. So, Kristen Tahesha, I asked him if he had an opportunity to talk to some folks and give them one word of advice as we head into tax filing season. I will have exactly what he would tell you, and it has to do with any notices you get in the mailbox from the IRS. So we'll have that from him coming up a little bit later in the show. But for now, reporting live in Temple, Barry Roy, 6 News.
All right, Barry, we'll check back in with you later on.